I want to thank you for joining me out here in the shop once again. I'm very excited to get started on a new project today. I have waiting for us here over on the anvil a nice piece of Damascus steel as well as a template. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys over here. I'm going to show you and explain what I'm going to make. Alright, so this is actually it's going to be a knife. It's an AEBL blank that I've cut out. And I'm going to make, out of this piece of nice thick Damascus steel, and I think it's about 100 layers, I'm going to make this knife, but in a hidden tang version. This is real nice and thick, so there's lots of stuff there I can forge and move around. But I want to make a more dress version of this blade. Now we'll have a guard, so it'll be a bit different, but the blade profile is pretty much going to be the same. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to light up the forge. We're going to get this all forged out to shape. have the forging done. This is the original knife that I was using kind of as a template. I am going to do a slightly larger clip on this knife, but basically the same kind of blade style. So I'm going to draw on where I want to grind off, and then I'm going to get it profiled on the grinder. And also, if you'll notice, I left the tang very large because this one, it's going to be a hidden tang, but it's actually going to have a coffin handle. And October's coming up and I want to be a little spooky, so I have some real nice plans for a really cool coffin handle. So I stepped away after profiling it and I straightened the tang. It was just a little off. But now I'm going to finish the flat grinding. So I'm going to get everything all nice and flat. And then I'm going to normalize it. So now that the knife has been ground flat, I am going to normalize it while the edge is still thick, just so I do not overheat the tip or the edge, and then it will be time to grind the bevels. So I'm going to go ahead and light the forge, and I'm going to show you guys one of the normalizing cycles. I'm not going to make you sit through 5-6 minutes of steel cooling down, but I'll definitely show you guys one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and get this forge lit, and we'll get this all normalized and ready for heat treat. Now, I'm going to heat up the forge, and I am going to heat treat the blade. I'm going to leave the tang pretty soft. I won't quench it, just so I can still drill through it. But I'm going to get the blade heat treated. So that is where I'm going to call this episode. It has been such an amazing time forging out this Damascus hidden tang blade with a coffin handle. This is going to have a coffin handle. That'll be in the next episode. And so will be my plans for the guard. I have some really cool ideas for how exactly I'm going to put a guard on this. But I want to thank you guys for watching. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. If you are interested in 100% handmade by me in my shop knives, you can check out my Kickstarter. The link is down below, as well as all of my social media links. So I want to thank you guys one last time. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you on the next episode of Let's Make a Knife.